Welcome back, guys. I am Kings, back with another video. This time I'm going to be talking about HGIG or HGIG, which is a interest group of consisting of TV manufacturers, console manufacturers, and developers. They got together and tried to work together to create a I want to say a standard, but a sort of a better flow of HDR for specifically for gaming. And this specifically HGIG only addresses the dynamic tone mapping within games. They don't address the HDR function itself. The dynamic tone mapping is sort of like a second layer on top of HDR. There's which basically goes in and tweaks the sort of, I don't want to say the color profile, but the lighting profile of the TV to help you get more punch, to be able to highlight the details in the low light, get punchier midtones, and get you the details and the highlights. So when you have like a full blown image, but there's like some small details that will be highlighted, then the dynamic tone map will be able to go in and get those small details to show through even the brightest of lights. But when it comes to HGIG, it's not a codec. So it's not, you're not going to go out and buy a game that's encoded in HGIG. This is specifically within the function. There's two parts to it. The TV needs to support it, and the developer needs to support it. And both of the next gen consoles already support HGIG, so they're just what. So the middle man, in this case, the next gen consoles, and the previous gen consoles, I believe at least the PS5 did, or the PS4 Pro does. I think the Xbox Series X supports HGIG. Correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely both next gen consoles support HGIG within their functionality. So so now it's up to the developers to implement it. This is where things get a little rockier because it's still taking a while for the developers to learn how to implement it within their games to be able to take advantage of this. There's also the TV manufacturers are slow to adopt this. I believe LG and Vizio are the only ones who have adopted it so far. And I believe the others are still working on adopting this within their dynamic tone mapping profiles. Most of them are still only with dynamic tone map, and that doesn't play well with all games. It works better with some, but not others, from my experience. So yeah, hopefully this is something that'll pick up more and more in the next few years as we get further into the current gen, the PS5 and Series X generation. In terms of should you go out and buy one of these TVs with one of this right now, it's really up to you. It can make gaming in HDR a better experience, but it's not clear across all games. It's going to be a hit and miss. If you're already shopping for a TV and you don't care about HDR quality, then you're fine passing on this. You can just disable dynamic tone mapping within the TV's functions if you're playing a game, and that should correct some issues with HDR gaming. If you want the best experience across any medium, then it is worth picking up a TV with HGIG as one of its functionalities with it, as you'll definitely notice a difference across some games with this specific mode of dynamic tone mapping off, with this dynamic tone mapping profile specifically, not off. But for computer gamers, unfortunately, PC gamers, as far as I can tell from our research, this isn't a function of computer monitors. Computer monitors, I believe, are still at the mercy of what is being sent from the device. So in this case, if you get a computer monitor that's HDR, it won't have any dynamic tone mapping or functionality. In this case, it's going to be up to your operating system, who Microsoft is the one that's handling HDR for PC gaming. And if you connect a PS5 or a Series X to a HDR monitor, then you're just at the mercy of what the console is sending in terms of the picture. But yeah, that's basically HGIG in a nutshell right now, and hopefully this video has made HGIG a lot simpler to understand. Let me know in the comments if there's anything I got wrong, or if you have any questions. And until next time, you guys have a good day.